guys, how are you? Happy Tuesday. So in this crafting episode, we are going to be going over some simple ideas in ways that you can add a little bit of detail to your Thanksgiving experience this year. So jump on, say hi, let me know that you're with me. Madison, let me know if they're commenting. I can't see them.
Got it.
Everyone jumping on?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, great. So yeah, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and let's just face it, 2020 is going to be different for a lot of us. It will be just, for us, it will just be our little family here. And, you know, I've given it a lot of thought, and I thought that it would be good to share some of these thoughts with you guys and ideas with you early on in the month of November, so that you, as for yourself, can be thinking about how you can still make Thanksgiving special, and or how you can add little details to brighten the experience overall, in spite of many of the circumstances that we might find ourselves in that are kind of out of our control in a lot of ways as well, right? And so this is kind of the mindset and the outlook that I have personally been you know, just processing myself, trying to decide how to go about it. And overall, I'll be honest, holidays for me have been, for the last, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years, I've really taken a look at them and tried to really hone in on how I could simplify them, but still keep some of those traditions and those special things about them, but at the same time allowing me to be in the presence and not overwhelmed or consumed by a lot of those things. I've noticed, yes, as a woman, you know, we take a lot of those things on around the holidays, but I also have found myself being, you know, like really wanting to be present, right? And to enjoy along with everybody else those holidays. And so first and foremost, I'll first point out that I have personally adopted, for the most part, paper plates. That's right. I have adopted paper plates. So I went down to Hobby Lobby. It is amazing how every holiday season there are adorable, simple, cute. Now remind you, that's just my preference in general. Anything that I can do that is cute and simple and practical and cost effective. So there's a couple check marks that I personally am always kind of keeping in mind. And paper plates, of course, there's so many cute ones. Like I said, I went around to Hobby Lobby. There's a vast majority to choose from, very inexpensive, and just adds a pop of color and pattern, which is why I like these ones, because they do add that little element of pattern. So I know that this is the case for me for Easter, even Christmas. Sometimes we'll do a candlelight dinner where we'll all agree as a team that we're going to use the dishes, but we all kind of pitch in. And those are just open communications that I've had in general, so that we all are kind of agreeing to share that load. So again, these are just things that I have personally come to witness for myself. I did invest whatever it's worth a couple years ago as I was trying to figure out how to simplify holidays in general for me, but still having that special cute factor that is also really fun. And I think that it's really fun for my family. They enjoy that too, because for whatever it's worth, the little details do add to the overall experience. And I think that ultimately that's kind of what's happening. You know, we all have different levels of decorations or things like that. But I have kind of observed and kind of seen what that little touches of details do. And I think that it's ultimately what it's accomplishing is adding to the senses, right? Sight, smell, all of those things. But it's also been in the result of that, adding to the experience. So with that said, I invested in some of these charger things because I knew that one of my processes for holidays were going to be paper plates. They were going to be paper plates. So by me investing in a simple basic saucer, which work with vast majority, I use these, like I said, Easter I don't even know, Maddie, what are the other ones we used to?
Valentine's Day,
so
Christmas, yeah.
We've used them, and we just change out the top little part. So neutral or whatever, there's so many cute ones. And I'll be honest, I bought these, I don't even know, a couple years back, but it was right around like the Black Friday shopping, and they were 50% off. So I ended up picking up a set with the mindset that I would use them in a lot of different ways. And you can kind of see how that, just that touch of paper plates adds to it. If you are one that loves to pull out your special china and use it, that's awesome. I definitely think it's amazing. Like I said, where my children are, where we are in life right now, it is one of the things that I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to keep in mind and do in my holidays. And I have found that it has simplified it, and it has taken a little bit of that extra steps so that I can spend that time more wisely or more in the moments with the rest of the family when we're all happen to be all together, which is what's beautiful about holidays. Even if that means that it's just you and a significant other, still that's a really great thing to be grateful for, and to just, you know, live in those moments and just be grateful for those that you do happen to have close near you. I am grateful that I still am in a phase where all my children are still at home. That's going to change here shortly. So possibly actually one of our last years that this will be the case. So we really are going to soak in all of that in spite of 2020. We are still going to make it worthwhile. So with that said, I wanted to go over some basic little simple things that I thought they were cute. And again, it's all the little details. So besides my paper plate strategy that I have completely adopted for the last few years and have not looked back. I have not looked back, in other words. I think sometimes these little details, and so that's why, again, in the early of November, I wanted to share these with you guys so that, heck, if you want to start now, it really doesn't take that long, maybe an hour, hour and a half to accomplish. Well, depends how big your family is, but it's not that long at all. A couple name setting places. These are the details that I'm talking about that I think that could still add to the specialty. Again, even if you're used to having big gatherings and you're used to being a hostess and you really enjoy that aspect, I hope that if that is part of who you are, that you don't let that go to the side, even though it's 2020, right? That you still add those little touches of you to make that experience special for whoever you might be experiencing this with, this Thanksgiving with. So this is just, of course, taking the fall, there it is, designer template, which is the one I personally thought was really fun. Now this fall designer template and this one, if you're not familiar with these, that's because these are in the snap frame fall design kit. So you might want to check those out. I use them, of course, beyond just our snap frame designs. I now use them in all my projects, everything. I use these a lot for the fall. I love them. But just taking some simple pumpkins, you can usually buy a bag of these pumpkins, right, for like $4. And it could be something as simple as that. Tying a little twine around it, putting an individual name on it, and that's it, right? Easy peasy, adds a little personalization to the thing. Another thing that I wanted to share with you, and we are going to be providing all these printables. So if you're looking for a very simple, easy thing, we'll have these available on the blog. Just give them a couple days and they'll have it up on the blog, and we'll make sure to share it again. Is this printable? This is kind of fun. I thought it was just a great way to add a little smile. So it says, so grateful for you, and stuffing. So, right? The next one says, so blessed you're in my life, now pass the potatoes. So it's just kind of really bringing in two things we love about Thanksgiving, right? The gratitude, but also we cannot forget about the food. It's so great. When I count my blessings, I count you twice, but the wishbone is mine. Actually, we don't have big fights over wishbones in this house.
Not us.
Maybe we should start doing some, I don't even know. Do you guys have wishbones?
I think we should definitely have foot races. in order
Maybe.
to
We should.
see who should get the food.
To work on
Right
all the
after
food.
we eat, too.
Oh, yeah, I am so thankful. So I am so full for thanks for you and turkey and gravy. I love turkey and you. I am thankful for you and pie. I do love pie, guys. It is beyond one of my favorite things. So that's one thing, and really what I thought as far as those principles would go, it just made me smile. I thought they were so cute when I read them, and so I thought, well, let's create one and provide it for all of our community. You can just leave it, next to your table. There is also an idea here with these little wood things. I think you can actually buy these. I've seen them in craft stores where they're already slit like this. But personally, we just took a piece of wood from a branch that we trimmed and we just slit it, but if you don't happen to have a saw or something like that, we do have some of those tools, then you can just probably pick up something like that from the store and just simply, I just hammered that in, so you just kind of make a little indent in the wood, and you could even it could be for a name place or just holding a little something like this on the table center. So again, you can have it next to you, or here, Madison, can you share this right here? This is just a basic, little wrap that you could wrap your silverware with, which is this principle that we have. And I just cut those into slits, right? Like so, and then of course you just fold this in half. Well, it's more like thirds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can add a little bit of adhesive and then place your napkin. In this case, I had paper towels, so that's what is going to be showcased right now. And it's just, again, really simple, just printing on this type of paper right from your printer, and it will add a little bit of touch. Very inexpensive, and most likely supplies that you already have. Or if you wanted to do just a strap and then put these circles in place of that as your napkin, little accent to that. That's another thought I had as well for ways to use those. I just thought they were so cute. So that principle and these, of course, will be available on our blog. Another idea for a name placement, besides the simple using the leaf, excuse me, is these. These were so much fun. I am having a lot of fun going out and just grabbing the twigs that are falling off the trees this time of the year. If any of you guys remember making that craft was kind of the same thing as taking twigs and covering them. So all I did was drill a hole, a little bit of a hole, not a deep hole, right, in the bottom of my wood piece, and then I stuck some hot glue into the hole, and then just went out and picked some twigs. And literally they were all, they're falling off the tree, so just little twigs here and there. But keeping in mind something that has like a V shape at the top, or pulling apart some of them so that you get this kind of V shape. And then I just took the same leaf, the fall leaf, cut it out, and Madison was so sweet to write the name on here, but just kind of writing a little simple name of the individuals. I would say there's something therapeutic about seeing those names of those in your life that are close to you and special to you on these little name tags, placement tags, kind of saving their place at your table, right? And then you can add a little special if you have little extra accent pieces or things like that, like this one. This was really cute.
Yeah, that was...
I just added a little acorn on it. I think actually this one was my favorite, and I was really excited to share this because I believe these are the ones we're going to use this year. They're simple, they're cute, and I think that they'll give a little bit of a smile to those that see them and hopefully make them feel individually special as well. And I think children, and I'm just speaking from my experience currently, I have children of different ages, of course, and I just feel like they do need these little moments that still make things feel normal in spite of things. And so hopefully even with the holidays, Thanksgiving coming and different things like that, you can still find ways to keep adding those little special details in the mix, because I think that they'll more than other years, if I could say so, I think they'll be appreciated. So I'm getting that sense, right? It's the little details that I'm noticing more, and I'm appreciative of them. But you can still have those and still keep it very simple. So, you know, here, let's go ahead and, so right, here's your little placement. Paper plates, little name tag, little thing on your silverware, and it definitely has that simple, cute factor, and little personal touch, I would say, as well. So that's really cute. You can even do, why not, those both next to each other if you want to. And then another principle are these little thankful cards that I thought would be great to have and encourage. Again, I feel like more so this year, I'm encouraged to do this, where they can fill that out. And I even put Thanksgiving 2020, and we know how special it is when you actually take some of your thoughts and you put them in writing. And so physically doing that is so good for many different reasons, I think, you know, but it is very therapeutic in itself. So I want to give that opportunity to encourage my children of all ages to take a moment in silence and to write on those. So that's probably something else we'll be making sure we don't skip this year. We've done it in previous years, it's kind of been hit and miss, but this year more than ever. So at this point, I'm pretty set. My kids were like, is it Thanksgiving? They got confused. They were like, wait, and I was like, no, I just want to share these things early enough in the month to hopefully inspire you guys to think about those little details, but also to think about it doesn't have to be complex. I'm not big on floofy. I don't tend to do that, but I do appreciate simple, cute, practical. I love practicality, and I just think more than anything, I just want to encourage you guys to still find ways to add those special details into the holiday, and to make memories, and to add to the experience overall, but ultimately to keep it as simple as possible so that you can also live in the moment on those special occasions as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this crafting episode. I'd say happy Thanksgiving, but that's still too premature. But in general, there is a lot to still be thankful for. And overall, I really am grateful for all of you guys, for the wonderful team that we have, our creative partners, our support team, for all of you as customers that make this even possible, for all of us as one team. We are really appreciative of it, and to keep counting those blessings, because like I said, there's a lot to still be grateful for in the mix of all this. And these principles that I mentioned, like I said, I will be sharing these. These are personal things that I am using, so of course, anytime I personally make stuff that I like to use for myself, then I want to share those freely with you guys as well. So I'll get those up and we'll share those. Thanks again, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, so here at Hobby Lobby, of course, they have some adorable, easy paper plates, which I'm a big fan of. You can also get some saucers, which you can use over and over again. So that's definitely a little thing that I do to kind of elegant it up, but then you can use them over and over again with paper plates. So for me, it's about keeping things simple, especially because I also want to spend time with the family, but I also love things to be cute. So cute and simple is the way to go. So lots of cute pattern options. Personally, I think I'm more drawn to this plaid, the plaid look, because I feel like that can really be open to go with a variety of designs or whatever it is. We'll see what we end up with our table decoration here, but you know, it comes with 20 count plates, so that's pretty good, and usually they're 40% off where you can, and so it's a pretty good deal for paper plates for the most part. So I actually really like the plaid ones. They have other ones, words on them, but to give you that elegance, I'm personally going to stay away from more of the word ones. Give thanks in all you do. That one's cute too though. So yeah, so step one, some kind of plates and or saucers really help bring it up a scale. And of course, again, you can use those over and over again. All right, and if all else fails, then you can of course just go to an adorable polka dot or this plaid. Of course, again, it's so universal as far as you can make it for Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I think you can really play on that plaid for multiple events. And it kind of has a little bit more elegance to it. Other than that, I don't see much fall things. I mean, you got your general colors over here, but they're not quite, they're a little bit brighter, right? So, but there is always this section at Hobby Lobby as well. And just for whatever it's worth, it's super easy to buy all the cute stuff and make it really, you know, spend a lot of things, but I really want to show on a budget, because I think that sometimes we believe we can't make things cute unless we put a lot of expense into it and or very extravagant as far as the creativity part, taking hours and hours to make it happen. So that's why I really feel like I want to show you guys just kind of my perspective on keeping it simple, cute, and inexpensive.